All right, we're live, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We got Mercede on a podcast.
We are here.
We have had a beautiful Friday today.
Yep.
And we're out here doing the dang thing.
Yep.
All righty. You got to tell me about this yoga retreat you just went on.
Oh, okay. It was in Nicaragua.
Okay.
And
Casual,
but with Bradshaw Wish,
Who's
who he is a yoga influencer.
Okay.
Hysterical. We've had him do workshops at Black Orchid.
Okay.
Very intelligent with his approach to movement, but also brings such a lightness and humor with what he teaches you. And that's so refreshing.
Why'd you pick this one?
He was at Black Orchid and he told us at the end of the workshop that he's got 2 spots left. And I thought, yeah. And why not? You know, I work all the time. I don't take time off. Even when I'm sick, I'm still teaching and working. And so I was like, this is an opportunity for me to just take the advantage and do this.
I love it.
Yeah.
How long did you guys go?
It was a whole week. It was Sunday to Sunday. And luckily for me, when I talked to him one-on-one, I asked him if I could bring my best friend, even though she's not a yoga teacher. I was like, she takes all my classes. She's very familiar with the yoga, movement and everything.
Best vibe of all time.
Yes. Best vibes. Can I bring her with me? Because she and I have never taken a girls trip and we're in the trenches of motherhood. And I was like, is this something that you'd be open to? Mm-hmm. And he said, yes. So I called her up and we booked our tickets. And then
how'd that phone call go?
Easily. I was shocked. I was like, do you understand, Cassie, that you are going to go out of the country with me on a yoga retreat with Bradshaw Wish? She was like, yep, we're doing it. I was like, down. She was so down.
The best friends ever.
The best friend ever. She's my ride or die.
So what are the highlights of the girls' trip then?
We got to experience all of the emotions with being high on the fact that we were there, the culture, and it was such a beautiful center that you were eating food that was fresh. The beach was very open and private. And so just being in that area and space made you tap into places that you didn't know you needed to go.
Interesting.
You're with like-minded people and that felt grounding. It was life-changing. The listening to the sound of the ocean right there from the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep was unbelievable.
I love it.
And the people there that even work at the retreat center, barely any of them spoke English.
Right.
So you're navigating through that. Mm-hmm. There were different experiences that you could go do, like go into town, go on a jungle walk, do a catamaran tour. What was great about that retreat too, is if you didn't want to do the workshops or the classes, you didn't have to.
Okay.
And there were several times where we were like, let's go book a massage.
So you get to kind of
do your own thing.
Yeah. Like do whatever feels like it's natural to you at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And knowing that you didn't have to feel obligated to be part of the group at all was very refreshing.
Gotcha.
Too.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those things where it almost it's like one of those things that's cliche, but it's cliche because it's real, right? It's like, my life changed when I went on this yoga retreat. Like you hear it all the time, right? Whether it's Costa Rica or Nicaragua or wherever. Mm-hmm. I think that there's certain lessons though. And this is one of Chris Williamson's ideas of unteachable lessons where you kind of have to go touch the stove yourself to be like, okay, I get why this is a cliche now. Right.
Yeah.
So coming back from that experience and being like, this changed my life, blah, blah, blah. Why for you was it to the level of life-changing? What did you come back with as an insight or a lesson that you came back with?
Well, the biggest thing for me personally was it was the first time I was away from my kids.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And so
they're 3 and 5?
They're 5 years old and 3 years old and 2 boys. And they're very much dependent on me for emotional, physical, everything. Mm-hmm. They're my whole livelihood from a day-to-day basis. and leaving them for 7 fucking days, I was very nervous about.
Yeah.
But my husband kept reassuring me that they're going to be fine. And my mom, same thing. They're going to be fine. You deserve this. You need to do this. And that helped me take perspective into receiving what I needed to on that trip. And yes, the first day I got there, I was crying.
Did you have to do some mental gymnastics to get
there? I did.
Yeah.
And I FaceTimed them and I saw that they were jumping around and on the couches and they were totally okay.
Yep.
And then I could take a deep breath. And it was like, okay, I'm just going to take this for me and do what I need to do and move and flow and swim and drink. And it was uplifting, and it gave me a sense of like freedom, knowing that I was still going to go back to that.
Right.
And I wanted to take everything that I experienced there, and I wanted to take what I needed to back home with me. And I wanted to just lean into what that was. I didn't know what that was going to be yet. And then by the time I got to that last day, I was like, okay, I know what I need to take home.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you went into it with more of an open mind, being like,
100%.
I know I'm going to bring back something,
yes,
but I don't know what yet.
Exactly.
What'd you end up bringing back with you?
Staying present. And, you know, the dishes are in the sink. The laundry's not done. The house is a disaster. But I'm here with my boys and they're talking about their monster trucks and Mario and Bluey, and I just need to play with them. And the work that I have to do, the projects that I have to do, I can schedule that outside of my time. Then I just need to be a mom. If I need to wake up a little earlier to let them sleep and me get some work done, I will do that. If luckily my husband can come home from work and he can watch them for an hour and a half while I get upstairs and work on my computer, then that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to take it one day at a time. We don't have to have this specifically planned out sections, you know, and like, I just want to take one day at a time to just be and experience what I need to, because it's so fast.
Right.
And short, and they're little for such a short period of time.
I've heard that kids kind of like do a weird time warpy thing.
100%.
Like yeah.
100%.
I think one of the trickiest things when I go on a trip, I think regardless of if it's like a retreat or a work trip, but any time that I get outside of my normal day-to-day thing, I feel like there's almost always something that I come back with.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's like the distance from it or like what is created there. But I think that a lot of times when I'm coming back, I'm like, okay, I have this insight or this thing I want to bring back. And before I get back home, I almost feel like nervous that I'm going to lose it. Do you know what I'm saying? Where like, I really want to hold on to this. And I don't want this to be a thing where I stay it for 2 weeks.
How do I stay focused
like
on
every time I come back from a Spanish speaking country, I'm like, I'm learning this time. And then it's 2 years later and I go back to somewhere like that. And I'm like, well, I didn't learn Spanish again.
Just look, I think if you look at it like inspiration.
Exactly.
Even if you go somewhere for dinner that day, or if you go to a coffee shop that's new, like you have to find ways that inspire you. And I think that just takes you going and doing something different. And that way you can stay inspired because you look at things differently and you see things differently and you meet new people and you connect with things in a different way. And that's inspiring.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to find ways to do that in like your day-to-day life is a really cool thing too.
Especially when you're stuck in the trenches of your life.
For sure.
If it's business, if it's parenting, if it's projects, you know, you have to step outside of it for a second and come back to it with a different headspace.
1,000%. So for people who don't know why you would be going to a yoga retreat in Nicaragua, walk me back to the beginning of this journey and like, what are some of the things that people need to know? Or what are some of the parts of your backstory that people need to know to like understand who you are today?
There's always been a place for me where I've tried to seek movement, whether that's a workout class or a yoga class. I was a dancer my entire childhood for 18 years.
Are you like competitive, traveling, doing that kind of thing? Or what's that?
No, I wouldn't say I'm competitive. I just like to know that moving my body makes me feel good. Okay. And it's very simple that way. I don't have trauma. I mean, I've got shit that I feel like most people have to deal with, whether it's, for me, it's parents' divorce but I don't feel like I don't have any big transformation story. I don't have I got to this place and then this is what brought me out of it. And I envy the people that do, because they're beautiful stories. And I know what yoga, what movement has done for me personally. And I just think it comes down to knowing what I'm capable of physically. I can be capable of mentally.
Interesting.
And that's what I try to infuse into the classes that I teach, because I'm like, you have to find that headspace when shit gets fucking hard, because it does. And spiraling is not an option. Going down a rabbit hole or trying to find other coping mechanisms that aren't healthy is not an option. What you can do are this and this and this and this and this. And there's so many facets to that I want to provide a space where people can find what that looks like.
Right.
And for everybody, it's different. It might be sweating. It might be working so hard to the place to the point where you're so exhausted that you're like, oh, I forgot about what I was stressed about.
That was me.
Yeah. Or else it might be a phrase. It might be a few words that are shifting your perspective, and it might be music. It might be being around people that have a like-minded place too. There's so many levels to it that I love seeing people come in to take yoga that I know all of their stories. Yeah. And I get to see them work through those stories and come out of it. Right. I'm digressing.
No, it's so good. It's like, get me talking about the thing I love. Let me get in there.
So that's why I do what I do, because I know what it does for me.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a quick pause from the show to ask one small favor. When we were looking at the stats of the show, we noticed that most of the people that listen consistently actually aren't subscribed to the show yet. So the one ask that we have today is if you could take 10 seconds and whatever platform you're listening on right now, head over to our page and hit the subscribe button, and it would be a huge help for us. Growing our subscribers helps us bring on more awesome guests, and it really helps us build a community of people like you that we're trying to foster with this thing. So that's the one ask that we have. Please go hit that subscribe button, and let's get back to the show. So you talked a little bit about dance being kind of like the first movement kind of thing that you got into. You took what it sounds like is like a very unconventional path to getting to the yoga that you're doing now. Talk to me about that path that you were kind of on and like how you ended up there.
Where do we start?
I think we need the whole backstory.
No, that's going to take too long. It started with dance. I appreciate the performing world because what performers do for an audience is give lightness and happiness and an experience. So I think what has always been the baseline of my existence is an experience. I like to experience things that make me happy. Okay. And I don't want to do it in ways that's unhealthy. So how do I experience things that I enjoy? So dance was very much an experience that I enjoyed. Okay. And then it evolved to how do I make money off of giving other people an experience, because that is a way to make money. And that turned into becoming a massage therapist, because I was like, oh, I actually enjoy learning the human body, studying, approaching a clinical way to help people, because I love helping people. Yep. And it gave them an experience. And yes, I can be financially stable through that. So that's where I started to approach massage therapy at 19 years old. And that then took me into, it in itself did not take me into the next phase of my life, but my dance experience took me into becoming a model.
Okay.
Which I signed with an agency because of a talent convention, to New York City to sign with an agency, and very quickly learned that it's not sustainable financially. It's a great experience. Right. Got to experience the highs and lows and meeting a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
But I resorted back to my massage career in New York City, which I still got to help people there, and realized I had a skill that I wanted to continue moving forward with. And because I had met someone that helped me go into a lucrative clientele, I wanted to just run with it. I didn't want to go home. I was making good money, and I was seeing and meeting people as a Montana girl.
Yeah.
On the East Coast.
Away from Billings, Montana.
That every single time I met them, they were like, "Where are you from?" Montana. I loved them. They loved me. I became a part of their life, and they became a part of mine. And it was through massage therapy that I got to help heal. Who knows the amount of levels of stress that they had to deal with in that, what they did in New York City. So I was very blessed to have that, but I got tired physically, burnt out. And I wanted to find a way that I could help them in other ways that wasn't just massage therapy.
Yep.
And I also felt like being in a room for 90 minutes at a time or 3 hours at a time, it just I fell into a shell of myself that I couldn't have any creative freedom. You're putting people to sleep. Right. You're putting people into a place of relaxation.
Yep.
And it started to succumb me, that I didn't like being so succumbed. I was like itching for more vitality.
Well, and I would imagine it's so different than the dance thing, right?
Oh,
dance,
100%.
you're like all the way expressive.
Yes.
There's a lot of creative, freedom in that. So I can imagine that that's way different when you're like the frequency of it is so low.
The frequency, that's a perfect word. Yeah. I was so down on this shell.
But also so much work too, right?
Yes.
We were talking right before we got started about like how many hours you were doing this thing, and to be able to like work, it's like physically intensive, but the vibe of it is so like low. That's got to be an absolute like trip mentally to deal with.
It was a fucking trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. I don't know if this is who I am.
Interesting.
I am a person that needs to be vivacious and meeting so many people, and I couldn't figure out how to do that.
All these motherfuckers keep sleeping.
Motherfuckers keep sleeping. So I was like, I don't know what I need to do right now, but I need to do something, because this is not I'm not okay.
Right.
And I'm tired, and I'm low. I'm on a low frequency. And so then I decided I need to start moving my body.
Okay.
And I took a class for the first time at a bar class, which is called Physique 57. My first class felt completely alive. This is what I've been looking for my entire life as a dancer, as I'm very tall. Yeah. And I'm very much about like my physique. And I'm like, how can I sustain my massage career? Yep. Also with strengthening my body. And I found it. But then I go, I'm going to fucking teach here. So I auditioned.
Is this like walking out of the studio day one where you like, day one, you were all in?
I was all in 100%. And I looked up when they were doing their next auditions, because I knew they had several studios. I knew they did this regularly. And so I was like, I'm going to fucking audition.
Yep.
And I did. And I got in. And it was a 4-month span of auditioning, training, hands-on assists. I was not strong.
Okay.
In the very beginning, my voice needed a lot of work. They had a mold that you needed to either fit or you were not. You can go through the whole training process, but if you don't fit that mold, you're out.
Interesting. So what's it like going into something like that, where it's that intensive, it's that cutthroat, like whether or not you make it?
It breaks you down.
But also like there's some people I'd imagine that's the only thing they're doing. So they're like, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to get through.
Exactly.
But you're doing that, and you've got this like lucrative massage thing on the side. I'd imagine some days it was maybe tempting to be like, fuck these dudes. I'm gonna I've already got a thing over here.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how What was that dynamic like during that?
I was gonna fucking do both.
Really?
I wasn't an option.
Did you ever have like man, I've got my thing. I'm good.
Nope.
All the way in the whole time.
Yes. And there's never been a part of me that wasn't going to excel in what I was pursuing. My family knows it. My twin sister knows it. If I'm going to do something and I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it well.
I'm sure when you show up with that attitude to class, they're like, oh, thank goodness.
That's it.
we got one.
It's just, I'm not, I don't know what that's like to not do well in something that I'm pursuing.
Interesting.
So that's just the honest transparency there.
Okay. Before we get too far into like that version of the story, I want to back up because I'm obsessed with this Billings to New York move that you did.
Okay.
I think that it's so cool because for people who don't know, like Billings is a relatively small town, like 150,000 people it's an interesting mindset. I grew up in Boise, so I moved here and got like the benefit of kind of having a third party perspective of like, what are the really beautiful things that exist here, which there are so many. Oh. And then like, what are the things that are like pretty stark difference from my hometown that I would like hope to be able to like make an impact and change a little bit. And one of the things about Billings was like, there's a little bit of almost like a tall poppy syndrome here, where I think that people really enjoy the routine and like the localness and all of that exists here. However, when something new pops up that's like a little bit like uncomfortable or something that people aren't used to, it gets like people kind of side eye it a little bit at times. They're
100%.
like, okay, whatever. Moving to New York and chasing modeling, I'd imagine people are like, it's a little out of the comfort zone for the Billings, Montana.
I heard
crowd.
It all.
So like, walk me through what is that like when you're like, I'm going? Yeah.
It's also anything that you are in your mind. You have to get rid of the noise. You have to know, trusting your intuition, trusting what it is that you want to do. You have to get rid of the noise. It's going to be there. Whether it's noise from your family, your parents, your spouse. And that's when you know it's right. And that takes a lot of work on your end to like go down to that place where you're going to do this no fucking matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and I have always been that way.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's something you're born with or not, but I don't know anything different.
Yeah.
And if I can give a message to anybody that has an intuition, and I actually do tell this to people, especially about our yoga teacher training at Black Orchid. If this is something that is speaking to you now, it's never going to go away. And that, I think that goes into everything in life, that if you have a stir or a shift in your heart about something that you know you want to do, that you want to pursue, whether it's a career or a dynamic, a family, if you're feeling that, it's fucking real. And you need to just do that. And you need to figure out how to do it, and don't let anything fucking stop you.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Well, and that's a really interesting thing too, when you say about being born with it, because I think being 19, especially being like later, I'm out. I think that's an easier thing to say when you've got the conviction of like, I've got this rap sheet of like,
conviction is a great word.
I was successful in this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. Like when you've got a rap sheet of things that you crushed it on, it's so much easier to be like, and guess what? Now I'm on number 6 and I'm going to do it again. But being 19, you don't have that rap sheet yet, I'd imagine. So like when you're going and you're like, I'm going to New York, it's so much different than Billings and I'm just going to make this thing happen. What's going through your head? Like when you land in New York, day one, what are you thinking at that point? Is it full on like, this is my city now, let's go? Like, what are we thinking?
It is an adventure. It's a movie. It is a play-by-play, and you just have to be there to receive it all. Because if you have expectations, you're going to have disappointments. And you just need to know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You have to trust so much into whatever it is that you believe in. If it's the universe, if it's God, if it's a religion, you need to find a place of stability that you know you're doing the right thing. no matter what that looks like.
Right.
And you kind of have to just be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
But you need to just embrace it all. You have to adapt too. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I've learned about traveling and being on my own is you have to adapt. And it's going to suck.
Right.
You're not going to be happy a lot of the time, but it's part of your story.
Right.
And it's a beautiful story. And everybody's story is unique.
Yep.
And beautiful. And that's what you get to bring to the table. And someday you get to talk about that story. So just live it.
Right. It's one of those things. Have you heard of the concept of type 2 fun before?
No.
I love type 2 fun. So,
type 2 fun?
Yeah. So sounds fun.
What's type 1?
Okay. So type 1 is the stuff that you like, is fun.
Okay.
Roller coasters, hanging out with your friends, going to the beach, like all the stuff that's like textbook. We're having a good time. Mm-hmm. Type 2 fun is when like you go on a hike and it starts like hailing, right? And it's like hailing sideways. And then you get up to the lake and it's like super cold and the whole way back. But then like you get into the car and it's warm and it's like, okay, we're out of that.
Everything's okay.
It's kind of like type 2 is like kind of miserable in the moment. Mm-hmm. But then like 3 days later, when you're telling your friends about the hike, it's like, man, that was kind of fun. It was like hailing sideways and we were like hiding behind that rock. And then he was like getting pelted in the face.
Yeah.
Like kind of miserable in the moment, fun at the end.
And life changes.
Right.
Life changes are type 2 fun, I guess.
100%.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine like trying to figure out where to live, trying to figure out your new routine and all of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Really cool to talk about when you're like looking backwards and looking at it. But in the moment, sometimes it's like, and it's hailing really hard right now.
But knowing that you're coming out of it and not giving yourself the option not to come out of it.
Right.
Is kind of what like makes you feel okay.
100%. Yeah. What were some of the things when you make this big move for the first time and you're like in this brand new environment, what are some of the things that feel like I just have to trust here?
That's a tough one. At the time and being so young, I wouldn't have known it then, but I would 100% say my family, my mom, my fucking mom, called her every day.
Yeah.
Called her every fucking day. My sister. So it's people that you can ground yourself with and they can give you a sense of perspective. Mm-hmm. So finding your support system, I would say is the answer to that.
Kind of like a way to like foster that trust a little
100%.
bit. Were there things that tested it when you were out there or was it like green light after green light when you got there?
Oh yeah. It was not easy. And I'm very much a person that I'm going to figure it out on my own. Maybe I won't divulge all the details to you with regards to my family, but I'm going to give you what you need to feel like I'm okay, but I'm in the trenches right now. And so you're
doing like, yeah, mom, things are going good.
Oh yeah.
House is on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that just comes to your own inner strength.
Right.
And I'm not going to sit here and say I think it was just knowing that I'd have to really actually think about that because I think I always knew that I was going to come out of it.
Interesting.
And so you have to just trust yourself.
Right.
And you can either make it not okay by sabotaging yourself in physical ways, or you can get through it in ways that you're going to be okay.
Right.
It looks different for everybody.
Yeah.
People self-cope in lots of different ways. And if you can find a way that you can self-cope on a daily, like I'm talking daily, every single day, you just have to find that for yourself. And it's okay if it doesn't look like the person next to you. Mm-hmm. But it's not okay when you're hurting others and you're hurting yourself.
For sure.
And I know in my heart that I never harmed myself or others during hard times in life.
Yeah.
Going to different places, like trying this and trying that and trying this and trying that, I think is okay too. Mm-hmm. And you just have to find what works for you.
100%. Yeah.
But you have to hold space for yourself.
For sure.
You have to hold space for yourself.
Being okay with the fact that like, maybe I don't know what my perfect routine is right now, but like we're going to figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adaptability.
What did the vision that you went out there, look like as far as like, okay, day one, here's what success is going to look like. Here's what it's going to be versus like what ended up happening over the course of the couple of years that you're out there.
You're not going to believe me, but I did not have one.
Are you serious?
I'm so fucking serious.
So it's kind of like your yoga retreat. You're like, I'm going to come back with something. I don't know what yet.
And I think that's kind of been the baseline of my approach to a lot of different experiences is just not knowing.
Really?
Yes.
That as a type A planner, I want to know every like thing.
Yes.
That is like terrifying to me.
I understand that. I do. And surrendering to just letting things be is hard.
Yeah. It sounds so nice though.
But it is nice.
Right.
It is. And it's just going to take some things to like fall into that and receiving trust. That's all I can say.
So how do you, when you like have that as a theme maybe of being able to be like, I'm just going to trust that I'm going to go into this thing because it feels like
you have to do a little manifesting though.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
So having a vision, setting expectations up for that vision, those expectations fall through. You're disappointed. That sucks. Like, do you really want that to be your story? Set a manifestation, have parameters that you're going to allow within that manifestation.
Okay.
Let them come as they go. Know that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to. And embrace what comes at you.
Okay.
And if those experiences come to you, people, opportunities, you have to fucking go for them.
Interesting. So is that where like, so you're saying like directionally set up an idea?
Yes.
It seems like expectations is like one of the big filters that like you could get in trouble with there, right? Because if you have an expectation for like, this is the way it has to go, this is the manifestation, it seems like it doesn't leave as much room for like, we'll see what happens. Right. So what is it that you have to let go of expecting how things are going to go? Or like, how do you actually like approach something in a way where you've got a wide enough like area in your manifestation to like be okay with adjusting a bit?
You got to there's a nuance to it. You know, you have to know, okay, I'm going to pursue this, but then so-and-so comes up and wants to take advantage of me and pay me this amount, but that's too cheap. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to rebuttal and say, you got to pay me this, but you have to have the wherewithal to come back with what you're worth.
Right.
And that can be in a relationship. That can be in a working environment. That can be in so many different ways that you can catapult your level of integrity to what it is that you're pursuing.
Right.
And you have to figure that, you just have to figure that out for yourself. There's no one recipe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you have to define that. And if it helps you to literally write it down on a piece of paper to actually know what you want in your life, what it's going to look like, then fucking write it down.
Yeah.
And I did that a lot.
What were the things that you wrote down during some of like the biggest shifts in your life?
Oh, you're going to ask me that?
Yeah. So I'm going to give you context for it though, because I just did this. So again, the people who listen to the show regularly, I'm sorry for being a parrot on this story, but this hit me really hard. So my friend Brady McLean owns a company called Go Fast, Don't Die in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Go Fast, Don't Die?
Yep.
Ooh.
They're awesome. I absolutely love them. So it's kind of like a philosophy and like self-help brand disguised as like a motorcycle apparel brand.
Okay.
So they do like such cool essays and like poetry and stuff. Like it's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, he's like very much a living manifestation of this brand and vice versa. And I went and did a podcast with him after he had broken his neck and been like waiting on surgery for like 6 weeks. During these 6 weeks, he's like got this nerve damage. So he's sleeping like 2 or 3 nights or 2 or 3 hours a night, comes at random times. So he starts like hallucinating, having all of this crazy stuff go on. And he tells a story about being in this like post-apocalyptic library where there's shelves that are like 50 feet high and there's rows and rows of books everywhere. And there's like all of the knowledge in the world here. He's like, it was a library for giants. And this librarian walks up to him and he looks like the guy off the Progressive commercial, like tattered suit, the whole thing. He goes, Mr. McLean, I have some matters for you. And Brady goes, what matters? He goes, exactly. He hands him this manila envelope and it's got like a little piece of tape on the front of it that says what matters. And Brady goes, there's like 3 sheets of paper in this little folder. And he looks up at the guy and he's gone, but he sees this like flickering light above this library and it says what doesn't matter. There's like all of these things in the world, all of the knowledge in the world or whatever. And there's like 3 pieces of paper in this little folder that says what matters. What? And so he tells me this story during like a very pivotal shit had just kind of hit the fan for me in some different ways. And like, I needed this story when I heard it. But the reason that I'm so interested in like, in your like turning point moments, what was like in your, I'm going to write these manifestations down is because that caused me for one of the first times to like, actually think about myself, like what is in my manila folder of what matters.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and honestly too, Mercedes, I was like, how the fuck have I not been using this as my like how is this the first time I'm asking myself this question at 26, right? So it drove me crazy. And I was
like, for you to be doing this, honestly, at 26, that's fucking huge.
I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. Brady's in his 30s, so I got to, I credit him for it. But
what did you find?
So I wrote, it turned out to be like 5 things. And I had like all these pages in my journal ready and I was going to do the whole thing. There's literally 5 lines on it. It was loving and feeling loved by the partner I'm with.
Okay.
Loving my family and like feeling loved by them. Loving my community, feeling fulfilled in my work and like feeling like I'm contributing something important to the world, and then loving myself.
Loving yourself went last though.
I think a lot of that is like, I think the reason that it came in 5th was because it was like a culmination of all of those things.
Okay.
Right? Like if like I love my partner, if I love my community, if I love my family,
Drew,
if I'm doing something fulfilling, then I can love myself.
I think you need to put loving myself number 1.
Deal.
Because that's a huge thing. We die. We're not here forever. We're alone. And you absolutely need to love yourself. And I think that's a huge thing that we forget. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to be like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do, and I'm guilty of that. Mm-hmm. If I'm not serving those around me, I don't feel good about myself. But then I'm like, that's something I'm working on is like, wait a minute. Who am I looking back at the mirror?
Right.
Is me. Mm-hmm. I think you need to move your number 5 up.
Okay, deal.
I think we all need to move our number 5 up.
You're probably right. I'm just glad it's in the folder in the first place.
Yes. And there's like, that's a whole nother topic of conversation is showing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Doing things that you know you enjoy. Because what is that showing you?
Yeah, it like shows you that you love yourself enough to show up for yourself.
And I feel like we've gotten into society, when you do things for yourself, it feels selfish or it feels like you're vain or you only care about yourself. And it's just so fucked up because like, wait a minute.
Right.
I'm my own person. How am I supposed to fucking take care of myself?
Right. And also, how am I supposed to show up well for you if I'm not like taken care of first?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to pour from a full cup.
You do. You do. So we're moving that number 5. Okay. I'm sorry. Deal. It's happening.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put a little asterisk. I'm going to make a new list and I'm going to say
I'm going to do it. Revision. I will rewrite your note for you. It's happening.
Perfect. I love it. So what were the things as you were manifesting some of those moments that you were shooting for? Or what were some of the things that mattered to you?
God, now I'm switching gears because you just made me think about a whole new thing here.
I know. Trust me. I heard that like probably 3 months ago and it's been living rent free in my brain since
like
then,
what the fuck?
I know.
Why can't we all love our fucking selves first?
Right.
So
anyways,
I don't know how to go back to where we were. I think, well, maybe I did love myself in that regard because I was like, wait a minute. I'm so far into feeling like I have to do what I have to do that I'm forgetting about my roots, being so far away, living, doing, making money, and forgetting about who the fuck I am.
So do you feel like you got lost in the like success of the massage stuff and like all of that kind of thing?
Yes. And I didn't know how badly I needed to come home until it got really abusive.
Okay.
And I called my mom, and she told me she would be in LaGuardia Airport at such and such a time. And I knew it was time to come home. I was broken. I was very broken. And I think when you break yourself, if you're experiencing anything in your life that is a hardship, you do get broken. But being broken doesn't mean it's over. Right. Being broken only means that you can build yourself up to be a better version and to remodel the house to the floor plan so that you can be stronger.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to embrace it that way. And I was in Bozeman on Monday. Okay. George teaching her, I think it was a shape class. She was teaching a shape class. She kept saying, embrace the suck.
Yep. Love that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. George, I love you. Embrace the suck. And so when you embrace that, you're like, I'm fine. And it's not that you're fine, but you are fine. Mm-hmm. You know that you're going to come out of it fine.
Right.
You're just restructuring a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's not perfect. It's not pretty. And everybody has their shit.
Yeah.
Everybody has their fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's a beautiful thing in and of itself. And I get to see that when there's 50 people coming together in a room for Saturday 9 a.m. yoga. And you're like, every single person is showing up on their mat today for a different reason. And they might not even know what that reason is.
True.
But they're here and they're going to just embrace the suck
for
an hour.
I love that.
So we're embracing the suck. George, I love
you. Heck yeah. So going from like 19, leaving home and going through this like long journey, there's so many things I would imagine that people like would look at as a success, right?
Really?
Like, well, yeah, for sure. So you build this clientele doing the massage thing. You go, you find passions with barre, you do the yoga stuff. Like you find all of these different things, right? And you were telling me when we were off mic that you're like, okay, well, I was doing like 8 to 5, I was doing barre training. And then from 6 to 11, I'm doing massage. I can't imagine when you eat or sleep during this schedule, but
take my dog out to Central Park.
There's so many things that like, I would imagine that place of feeling broken probably came with so much life experience on the way to getting there that you can't get without leaving home at 19 with the one way and being like, we're going to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
So what are the things that like, despite feeling broken and like being excited to come home, what are the things that you feel like being okay with following your intuition, like in those chapters? What did that like teach you about yourself or like teach you about the world that you might not have learned if you had never left?
You just have to do it. You just have to do it. Even if it doesn't feel exactly right and you're like, I don't know. I think it's just trusting the opportunities that come to you. And those opportunities that are coming to you, you have to trust that they're coming to you for a reason. Whether it looks like a relationship, whether it looks like a job, whether it looks like there's so many different ways. And I just believe in trusting that, knowing that those opportunities are coming to you for a reason. And it seems so simple, but that's how I've always lived by.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be perfect. It's just not. So you have to know your limitations within that ebb and flow of the crazy.
Yep. How far am I allowed to flow here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But still look at those opportunities as a way to evolve, grow, experience.
Yeah.
Take those experiences. Know that every experience is going to be a benefit to you, whether it's good or bad. Bad experiences suck, makes you who you are. And coming out of it is, again, like you're going to come out of it.
Yeah.
And you just have to know that you're going to come out of it. So even when it's fucking shitty and you're miserable, you just need to get through it.
Right.
And not give yourself the option not to.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's like full school of hard knocks. Like, well, I'm just going to keep trying stuff.
Yes.
So one of the things
even in plank when we're holding it for 30 seconds in Saturday yoga.
Also, I have beef with you that I'm so glad that I get to talk about publicly.
Oh, tell me.
All my friends are going to be stoked here. We're doing it. Your counting drives me. I know you do it on purpose.
Oh yeah.
It is so funny.
They're called Sadie seconds for a reason.
Oh my gosh. When I'm like shaking in a plank or I'm like in a low lunge or something like that, and it's like 30. Okay, everybody, remember why you're here. Has anybody called their mom today? And this is a good song. 29 and a half.
And we're having a great time.
No, I'm like, Mercede, you're going to kill me.
But there's a place that you go to.
So true.
Right?
And also the mental fortitude where it's like,
second, ooh, that's a good word.
Apparently,
fortitude.
Yeah. Apparently time isn't real anymore.
Time doesn't exist, but you're staying in it.
True.
Right?
Very true.
So I'm just a way for you to tap in to what you need to tap into to stay there. And how do you feel when you come out of it? Fucking awesome.
Time. Very true.
Every time.
Very true. Sadie seconds. Stamp of approval.
Stamp of approval.
But I had to say
it. I hear it all the time.
It's the
I'm
best.
embracing it. And I also do it to the music. So you can blame the music's fault.
So true. We're going to need some fast music in class coming up.
No, because then I skip a beat.
True. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't care how fast it is. We're double timing it.
I love it. So one of the things about the intuition thing that like, I'm really curious to hear your take on is it's so easy to talk about, right? It's like, trust your gut, trust the thing that you believe in, trust whatever. And like, just follow the path that's laid out in front of you.
Yeah. It sounds so fucking annoying.
Oh, it's one of those things though. It's one of those unteachable lessons.
Like even hearing you say it, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? God.
It's one of the things though, that's like, I think that it's a cliche because it's real.
I know.
But it's so hard to
it's so real.
It's so hard in practice though, because where I find myself so many times is like, even when there's an opportunity that comes up that like I'm excited by, or I'm like, no, this is definitely the thing. I still can't help myself from going like, yeah, but what if we get some people's opinions on this? And what if I like think every way through it and all of that kind of thing? Love that. So how do you like, during all of these different moments where you're like letting your intuition guide you, each time that you make a new decision, there's like your friends' opinions and your family's opinions and the people, like all of that stuff comes with it, whether you like it or not. So how have you, like through the course of letting your intuition guide you, what have you picked up along the way that's helped you be like, no, I'm just going to like follow this regardless what other people think?
I think that's just when you have to know it's real. And if you're having enough conviction to where you know it's not, then you need to trust that.
Interesting.
You know, so like I've always known what I want to do and I'm going to fucking do it. And I don't care what anybody says about it or what their opinions are. And I've had it. Believe you me. I've had it. So if you will know if it's not right. And maybe that's a lesson in and of itself.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, this was an opportunity for me to learn about my boundaries and what is okay with me and not okay with me. And maybe my family or my parents' insight matters more to me than my own. And that's okay for that time.
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to just weave and ebb and flow through that because it is hard when you have your support system and they're like, what are you doing? Are you sure? The noise that starts to happen in your head. But then there are times where you're like, I don't fucking care.
Right.
And that's when you know you got to just do it. And there's almost a place where you're like, I'm going to show you wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I can do.
I think once you've made the decision that like, I'm going to go on this path, I think that that's a really powerful thing because when you make a decision that's that like final, it creates a very like beautiful black and white where it's like, okay, now everybody who supports this, come on, we're going.
Yes.
And everybody who doesn't, watch this.
It's empowering in its own regard.
Yeah.
It's not malicious. It's just like, this is what's happening.
Yeah. Cause some of the times the people that are in like that other camp who don't believe it aren't people that you hate or anything like that. It's just like, but I'm going to show you.
Exactly.
Like, we got this.
And that gives you some fuel.
Yeah.
That gives you ammo.
For sure. And I think both sides of that fuel is important.
100%.
Yeah.
1000%. And you just get to a point where you just stop giving a fuck.
Right. So I'm curious, like I'm trying to like train myself to like trust that intuition more and more.
Okay.
And so one of the things that I've started to find is that I think that the more times that I just like do the thing that you're saying and just trust it. Yeah. Even though like, it's like, yeah, but on paper or, you know, my mentor says or whatever, but when I've got that gut feeling and I trust it and then it works out, I feel like each time that you do that, it like builds your trust in your own intuition a little bit more. Is that something that you've experienced? Like, does it keep getting stronger for you or how does that?
1000%. And then you're like, I got this. I fucking got this. Even if I have to fake my way through it for a second, but I'm going to learn what I need to learn to get there. I'm going to get there.
Right.
And you just do it. You don't give yourself the option not to. I think that's a huge thing for me. You don't give yourself the option not to. You only give yourself the way to get there. Whether it's holding a fucking plank for 30 seconds, don't give yourself a way out.
Yeah.
Just get there and do it.
I think there's a lot of learning in the getting there too. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause like, if you don't give yourself an out, it's like, okay, well, if I wasn't prepared to get to this final part in the end 100%. Anyways, then guess what? I have to learn. I have to evolve. I have to become better. I have to like.
And you have to be humble enough to be like, I need to learn more.
Yeah, true.
And you're like, wait a minute, I need to do some things.
Yeah.
And you know, if you have the drive to learn those things.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to be like, it's not for me. I don't think I have it in me. Okay, bye.
Most people don't,
Bye. You know? And it's so easy to do that. So you know what you need to do when you need to do it. And you're going to fucking do it.
I love it. So when you take this like long, did you drive from New York to Montana?
Yep. With my mom.
With my mom. So when you get home and you go from like, you've taken this long journey from Billings to crazy New York, doing all the different things. And now you land back home in Billings. What does that feel like when you pull up and you're back home?
I absolutely collapsed and surrendered to being home and having birthday party invites and dinners.
Yeah.
And a sense of community because I was longing for that. And I didn't know I was longing for that. I thought,
interesting.
Fuck Billings. I'm bigger than this. I need to get out of here. There's so much more going on in the world. And then once I was away and realizing how you can be surrounded by thousands of people every day and feel completely lonely and isolated, that there's nothing more important than just coming back to those simple birthday invites and coming home to a family dinner where there's 4 people.
Yeah.
And it's fucking spaghetti, you know, and like being able to say, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is memories. This is what life is all about. This is what cultivates a childhood that I wanted to provide. I didn't know if I was going to have children or not. I was like, I just know I want to give that. Right. when I first moved back home, my grandmother was not well.
Okay.
She was 89 years old. And I knew I had to spend time with her before she passed. And I'm so happy because she was a close grandma.
Yeah.
That I moved back home before she died. I moved back in August and she passed in October.
Holy cow.
I'm so happy because the day before she passed, I was going through photo albums with her and reminiscing and watching home videos on the TV about
that's so awesome.
Her family. She had 6 kids. And I was looking at those photo albums and I was like, I need to do this.
Yeah. Wow.
I need to create this for my future and have somebody look back on these times as beautiful moments that they captured on a fucking picture with children. And it really created a stir in my heart about moving back home when I was visiting in March before that October.
Interesting.
And when she passed away, I was like, I felt very like I had some closure.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I moved home and to be there.
It's like that reassurance of like, this was the right thing to do.
Yes.
There's that idea that starting at home and like staying at home is so much different than staying home, going on a journey, and then coming back and ending up in the same place.
Well, I think that's just it. And I want to encourage my boys to do that.
Yeah.
And I literally was talking to my 5-year-old about when I would travel to Africa and he was asking questions and he was so intrigued about it. And I was like, I want you to travel.
Yeah.
I want you to go and experience the world and do the things that you are drawn to do.
It's that intuition.
Yes.
What a cool thing for him to like be raised to like be encouraged to believe in.
100%.
Too. That's so cool.
And I want him to be able to, whether it's coming back to Montana or wherever it is. I mean, I'm probably not going to let him not move back to Montana. That's so far future tripping. But I'm like, know what your roots are.
Yeah.
Know who you are. Experience everything you can experience, but come back to your roots.
Do you think that it took you leaving and experiencing all that you did to like appreciate the things that you did on the way back?
And I hear it all the time. Billings is so small. I fucking hate Billings. And you know what I say every time? Billings is the most amazing community and place that you can have. It is beautiful. This whole city has history. It has culture. It has architecture. Yeah. It's got the fucking rims that you can't experience anything. You can't experience anything else like Billings, Montana. And I love Billings. And I'm very passionate about Billings, Montana because I left. And I hated it before I left. Yeah. Because I thought it was just a small town and blah, 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 blah. It's not. What is here is so rich in its own culture. Yeah. And Montana and the way the world is evolving and growing and social media and hype and this and that and the other. Montana and then Billings, Montana. I am all for it. I'm like, how can I help bring some awareness to Billings, Montana?
Be careful,
it's
not
fucking
too much.
Here.
Not too much.
No, right. Not too much.
Not too much.
Not too much. But I feel very passionate about my roots here because I was born and raised and I'm like, nobody knows. Yeah. It's fucking amazing.
That's one of the things about not being here that I really appreciate about this place is like, it seems like the people who have such a great impact are so accessible. That's one of the things that I love about it here because like growing up in Boise, it's beautiful. The river's right in the middle of the town. There's mountains really close. 2-hour drive anywhere is the most beautiful place you've ever been. Like, it's great. One of the things that I found about Billings when I moved here though is like in Boise, there's a little bit more red tape trying to like talk to who you want to talk to, right? If you want to talk to like the owner of, one of the biggest banks that's there, or if you want to talk to one of the biggest influencer, you pick your like top 1%er type of person. It's going to take you a little while to get there.
Really?
In Billings though, and just like New York, right?
Yeah.
You can't just go walk in and like talk to whoever you want to.
Yeah.
In Billings, you're like one or two introductions away all the time from some of the most inspirational people you've ever met.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about this podcast has been like the greatest excuse to like meet all of those people.
I love what you're doing.
So thank you.
By the way,
thank you.
You keep it up, honey.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying. But that's one of the things that I love about here. And like, it's made me think quite a bit about back to that what matters thing. It's like, I think that regardless of where you go, whether it's New York or Barcelona or Austin or Billings or Boise, you can pick your city in the world. I think that being lonely in a crowded room thing is, I think that is so real no matter where you're at. And to me, it's made me think about the fact that like, I think that most of the goal of wherever you are is to like find a community and find a way to make like your day-to-day life just feel awesome. Like, are you around people that you love? Do you have like workout classes that you love going to, a gym that feels fun, work that feels fulfilling, somebody that you love to come home to? And I think that when you boil it down that like tightly, it becomes a very simple game.
It really, truly.
You know, and it seems like that's the kind of, is that kind of like the shift that you felt coming back to Billings? Because I think that's where the birthday party invites and the dinners with fam, it almost seems like that's kind of where that comes in.
And even I see it at Black Orchid. I know that people are showing up because that is their only time to have some sense of relativeness. Like they feel relevant.
Yep.
And I embrace that. And I'm like, I don't know what you got going on in your life, but I see you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
you matter to me.
Sure. And it's cool too, because like everybody knows your name. You walk in, the vibes are great.
Exactly.
People are hyping you up. Yeah, I could for sure.
And if that's a place, and I know that's what Black Orchid is for a lot of people. And I love that.
Yeah.
And it's what it was for me in the beginning. And I'm like, that is so cool because no matter who you are, you're going to get approached with, hey, how are you? You're here and I see you and you're coming in and you're doing the damn thing and you're walking out of there. It is a community and it's really hard to find that. You're not going to get and I'm not trying to be a shameless plug here or like a salesperson. I'm telling you from real, raw genuineness, when you walk into Black Orchid, you're going to get treated like a human being. And you're going to meet people.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people there that are going to connect with you.
Yeah.
And you might connect with the instructor one day. You might connect with another person that's next to you on their mat. The next day. It's just, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And I haven't experienced that anywhere else.
Interesting. Because you've done your sampling.
I have done yoga classes all over the world.
Yeah.
And I have never experienced anything like I've experienced at Black Orchid, even as a student. Truly.
So take me back to your student days and how you ended up getting as involved as you are now.
Well, I loved moving my body as a dancer, growing up as a dancer. And from the moment I traveled to Alaska, St. Thomas, living in both places, then to South Africa,
You lived in South Africa?
Yeah. I followed a boy there.
Wow.
That's a whole nother story.
It's a long ways to go.
That's a whole nother story. Then to when I moved to New York, and even when I was living in New York, I went to Jamaica. I went to Dominican Republic. I traveled to South Africa, Costa Rica. And it was always like I had to find a yoga class so that I could experience what it was like there.
Right.
And everywhere that I went was a benefit, but wasn't to the point where I felt like I want to come back here.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah, it was like checked the box, did it. That's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Black Orchid, though, not because I swear to you, not because I was back in Billings. It was just as me as a raw person who had all these other classes under her belt.
Yeah.
To come to Billings, take a class there. I had never laid in Shavasana, looked for a second at the ceilings, seen all that cool
A light show.
Yes. Yeah. And just, I was like, where the fuck am I?
So crazy to get that in your hometown too.
Amazing. Yeah. Yes. And then Peter and Katie. And I was like, this is it. And it just so happens to be in my hometown. And that's where, from the moment I experienced that, I believed in their dream. Mm-hmm. And I still believe in their dream. And I want to keep being a vessel to help that. And it's cool.
For sure, it's cool. Yeah.
It's so cool.
So was that one of those things too, where like you're laying in Shavasana and you're like having this moment?
Yeah.
Was it kind of like the bar class where it's like, I had to get involved with this right away?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting how you tied that. Ooh.
Because there's a gap between those two.
You are so right. Yes. Yes. And I think the moment in the bar class happened when I maybe left afterwards and I felt like, oh my God, I got the full body experience. That what I would have wanted in an hour, where it wasn't just only kickboxing or only boot camp. It was a full body experience, and it wasn't just heavy lifting. It was light weights and tightening and toning in my body that I felt like as a dancer, I wanted to keep because I'm tall, and I was like, I want to have a long and lean physique, and I don't know how to do that. And they gave me a way to do that. So with physique, it probably happened after, but with Black Orchid, it literally happened during the first opening Shavasana.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
With the lights and it wasn't about the experience. From the moment you walk into the studio and you see the front desk person and you smell the smells and you look at the lights and you're like, yeah, where the hell am I? And you get out of your head for a second. That's cool. What Black Orchid meant to me from the very beginning. I got to escape and experience something I had never experienced before.
So cool. Mm-hmm. And for you to like experience that in a place where you're planning on being for a while is awesome.
And I was like, I just wanted to be a student.
Yeah.
For a while. I was like, I'm going to take classes here. And I called my husband after I got done and I was like, hey, I'm going to sign up for a membership, which was, I think, 100 and something at the time.
Yeah.
And I needed him to be okay with that because I was going to dedicate my time to doing that. And it lasted only a month, but still I knew from the first class I took, I was like, I'm going to do this as a part of our lifestyle for me. And then it just evolved.
That's so cool.
I know.
So what's it been like? I feel like one of the...
And that's how I'm sorry to interrupt. No, that's how I can relate to new members coming in because I can come up from a place where I'm like, I did this.
Right.
I came here as a new mom or as a person who had never been here before. And I'm like, this is going to be an experience for you for an hour.
Yeah.
And you're going to walk out of here feeling like a new person or a better person or just an escaped sense of reality.
Yeah.
You know,
what a cool thing that you get to like facilitate that now too.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to be like, probably you will. And
I know.
And it's a totally different thing to be like, and I'm going to make sure that you do that.
Exactly.
I'm good at what I do. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so cool. So what did that process look like going from having that experience being like, this is the coolest ever to as involved as you are now? Because I'd say that of the couple different secret sauces that Black Orchid has that makes it such an experience, you're one of them.
Wow.
So how the heck did you get there?
I had to try and make sure that I was staying confident in my lane of what I knew at the time, but I think it's changed and evolved over what members gave feedback to.
Okay.
And what I received feedback from, like.
And this is after you're done instructing and doing like all of like the trainings and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. Okay. And I knew I wanted to be able to cater to what everybody wanted.
Okay.
And that's hard to figure out. And I knew that I'm a strength builder.
Okay.
I'm a person that's going to push you. And how far can you take that to where you're going to push people away? And there was a period of time where it was like, hey, it's too far on one side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Let's reel it in a little bit and let's figure out a way that we can cater to everybody.
Right.
And I think I've dialed it in. I feel like it changes though, because I know my Saturday people.
Yeah.
I know my Monday people.
Yeah.
And those are my 2 power vinyasa classes. So I'm like, oh, I think it just takes a nuance of like getting to know what your people are looking for and what day of the week it is. And you can't make everybody happy. And I know that.
Right.
And I think that's where I've gotten to is I can't make everybody happy. I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
I've got my power people. I've got my people, and I know how to give a restorative flow. Like I can put people to sleep. And knowing what the Billings market wants, for me personally, I'm just more of the power person.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you that. And I'm gonna try to make sure you get a balance of both the warming up, the build up, the climax, and then I'm gonna let you stretch for the last little bit of it. You know, it's tricky.
For sure.
It's really tricky.
There's some of the times that we're in Saturday class and we'll get done doing like some of the hardest shit that we've done all week. And then Christian and I look at each other and be like full dying, like sweat dripping everywhere and be like, okay, and that's it for our warm up. There's been so many times we look at each other and just been like, what the fuck? And we're both like, God. We're running, we're lifting heavy. We're like thinking that we're sweet. And then we come in there and we're just like, I'm going to die.
I've had military men.
Oh, I believe it.
Take my class and say, boot camp was easier than that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, you're a savage for sure.
But at the same time, I have to be able to cater to the people that want to work and the people that want to, like, I want to be able to, that's all levels.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, if you're here to work, and if you need to take breaks, you take breaks.
For sure.
You know?
Boy, do we.
And I also, men and women. Fun. Men and women.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother dynamic.
Yep.
I want dudes who take jujitsu, CrossFit to be able to come in and be like, fucking A, to cross train to what it is that they're doing and feel stronger with their craft. And I think that's amazing.
Oh, it's so much fun too.
And to sweat and in the heat and the vibes and the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the best.
So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's become like part of it's so funny because Christian and I had, I don't know, probably 2 months ago, we started being like, okay, yeah, like we'll pull up to the Saturday class or whatever. And there was one day that we hit the Saturday class, we went to brunch at Sophie's Kitchen, and then like, I think we like hung out most of the rest of the day or something like that. And then like out of nowhere, we didn't even plan it, but just every Friday night we'd text me like, should we check on all the yoga people tomorrow?
Oh my God. It's a thing.
It's been so much fun. And it's literally like this like staple of our week that we never really plan on, but it just happens every time.
Well, once you get going, you're fun. Like, if I don't go, I feel like I'm missing out. It's FOMO.
Yeah, it is legit FOMO because like you get like that runner's high afterwards. You get to see all your people during it. It's just, it's so much fun. And that's gotta be, it's really cool. So I'm curious, going from somebody who's like really enjoys this experience and like has that piece of it, like as a student, what does it feel like transforming from that to like, okay, now this is going to be one of the ways that I serve people also?
Oh my God.
Because you've done that in so many different arenas, like through the massage stuff and through the bar stuff, but going from a student to having this be one of the ways that you like give your ripple effect to the world. What's that transformation like? Because like, why did you want to do it in the first place? Why did you want to go from just enjoying it to like, I know I'm going to give this to other people?
Yeah. It was just there. I don't know how to describe it any way else. It was just like, I wanted to do that. I wanted to provide that. And I knew I could for some reason. And I don't know if that was just a fluke happenstance or like, I can't tell you, but I knew it was there and I wanted to listen to that. And so I continued to take the steps to pursue it. And luckily, I was given the faith and trust that it got us to where we are today. And I'm so grateful. And
It's so cool though. Cause I don't know. I think that it's one of those like intuition things to me is like what it sounds like. Just like when you're leaving that bar class, it seems so cool to go from like, I'm going to be somebody who's like, thinks that this is really cool to having your intuition be like, nope, you're going to teach this now. That's such a random thing to take something that's so cool and just be like, now I'm going to be the one to do this thing.
And I think you either have it or you don't. And I hate to say it that way, but it does take a certain person to want to pursue it further and to provide that or not. And it does go one way or the other. And I have had people come back and tell me they want to do this, or what does it look like to pursue this? And I hate it. I hate it so much, but you either have it or you don't.
Right.
And you know, if you have it.
I think that saying like you have it or you don't, I think that it's so easy to take that offensively in some ways. If you're somebody where it's like, oh, maybe I don't have it. But I think what's actually baked into that is like, everybody has the it thing somewhere, right? Like just because it's like you either have it or you don't. If you're somebody who doesn't for yoga training, you might be like right next door. You might have it for cycle training, or you might have it for being a teacher, for being like literally anything different. And so I think that it's not the game of like trying to force yourself to have the thing.
Right.
It's more about trying to like know what that thing is and be able to like do it. And part of that is figuring out like, that it's not certain things. If you go like a week into instructing and it's or like your instructor training, it's like, I am not going to be one of those people.
Exactly.
It's so important to know what you're not supposed to do.
Yes.
So that you can like go all in on the things that you are supposed to do.
You need to listen to that.
Yeah. I think that's one of like the superpowers that, and we talked about this off mic, that one of the first impressions that I had for you was I was like, she's got some kind of like it factor energy kind of thing that like, I want to have at some point. And at the time I didn't know if that was like, is she just super into being a yoga instructor? Is like, what is the thing that like, that makes this thing up? But from hearing your story and like being willing to be like, no, I'm going to New York, I'm going to this country, to that country, like doing all that stuff, it seems like you've been like really cool with just being yourself and like doubling down on that in so many different ways. So it doesn't really matter that it was yoga or that it was bar or that it was massage. It's just like, it seems like the common factors that you were just down to be like you, no matter what. So I'm curious, like if somebody's in one of those spots right now where they have a thing that's calling to them, or a thing that's like, I think this might be my next thing, but my parents say it might not be. You
just gotta go for it.
Yeah. What's your advice to them?
You just have to do it. It's never going to go away. If you don't do it, it's always going to be there. And what is the worst case scenario if you pursue it? Even if you pursue it and it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to, at least you learned something. And every experience is going to be something that you can take from it, whether it's bad or it's good. You just have to go for it and make sure that you know that you're going to learn from it.
Interesting.
And keep an open mind and embrace it all and adapt.
Yeah. My buddy Brady, that same one that asked me the What Matters story, he says everything is either a lesson or it's a blessing.
Yes.
And if it's a lesson, then it's a blessing. So
yes. And I feel like it's all a blessing.
Right.
It's a lesson and a blessing.
Right.
You know, you're going to be like, I'm not going to do that again. Or now I know what it looks like when somebody's going to fuck me over.
Right.
Like you just learn from it, and it's okay. And you're going to come out of it, and it's going to be a story to tell, and it's going to suck while it's happening, but everything's going to work out. Okay.
Yep. 100%. Especially if you're on the path that's made for you. I feel like that's
exactly
the thing, is like, you just got to keep going on it.
You just do.
Hell yeah. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Well, I absolutely love the stuff that you're doing. I can't do most of the yoga poses that you're showing on your Instagram.
But I'm still going to see you tomorrow.
I know. I'll still see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Where can people find you if they want to follow your yoga stuff, if they want to see what you're up to? Where can they find you at?
Instagram is at Mercede Black Orchid. There's no S at the end of my name, so it's just Mercede. And if you want to come to Black Orchid, you can find me on the schedule, Mercede Hittmeier. I am just on the yoga side. I teach tone, shape, core, yoga, which is also power vinyasa. And we just want you to be at the studio with us because it's a fucking vibe.
It is very much a vibe. And you can see me there suffering at
yes,
9 a.m.
you can see
Sundays.
Drew there suffering, sweating his ass ass off and loving every second of it, just like everybody else.
We're doing our best. Awesome. Well, I so appreciate you taking the time to come on. It's so cool because like I said, it's been a very full circle moment for me being like a tortured, very early business owner. He's very tortured.
He does not. He
cooked.
can do it and he does it well. He's handling himself very well.
We're trying. But it was, your classes meant a lot to me when I was like in a very, I wouldn't say down bad, but like I needed them real bad. So I'm super grateful for the effect that you had on me during that time and like what you have now. And just, there's a lot of people that have like legit ripple effects in the world from like the one thing that they contribute to it. And I think that you've got a very big ripple effect and I'm part of it. So
that means a lot.
Thank you for doing what you do. And hope you keep doing it for a long time.
Well, fucking A, motherfucker.
Bang. All righty. Well, thank you for listening to everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste. We love you and be where your feet are.
Yeah.
Peace.